So today we're gonna be doing a deck profile on Blue Eyes DRAGONMAID, which is a deck that's fun to play, but it also like kind of synergizes well because any DRAGONMAID normal summon plus a Sage is a pretty good combo. But I'll show that later. But right now, just get into a profile. Maiden, obviously fetches your light. Forgot his name. True Light. There we go. True Light, and then it special summons itself whenever you special summon the Blue Eyes, obviously. And whenever this card is targeted for, I believe, anything, it just changes its position and special summons a Blue Eyes from, I think, graveyard, hand, or deck. I believe so. Yeah. Or one level light tuner from your graveyard. Never mind. It just summons for graveyard. I'm lying. My bad. 3 Sage obviously fetches the Maiden or an effect Veiler. You're never really gonna use his hand effect because like you never want to lose that other body just to special summon the Blue Eyes monster from the deck. You never want to really lose the body anyways. So yeah, that's all he's good for. It's the normal summon. He's the best normal summon. The DRAGONMAID girls, obviously kitchen, searches your DRAGONMAIDs, but also pitches a dragon. Play this one. I don't even want to pronounce that name. All it is that like it's just another search, so that way you can fusion off. Obviously chamber searches for your spell and traps, and obviously the new one, well, not relatively new because this video is barely coming out. This one revives a DRAGONMAID monster from your graveyard. Yeah, special summon one DRAGONMAID monster from your graveyard or banishment, except this one, which is pretty good, which is the reason why I play it, because it can also help you grind more. Parlor just dumps a DRAGONMAID. Yeah, just dumps a DRAGONMAID card from your deck to the graveyard. And obviously one Lorper. This one's actually pretty relevant because you can discard this card and target one face-up monster your opponent on the field, and players can activate that target's effects on the field this turn. So it's pretty good. It's like a kind of like a mini hand trap, I guess. But yeah, that's pretty much all for the DRAGONMAIDs because you don't want to play any more than that. Like you could cut them down if you don't like the normal summons. Personally, I'd like to play them that much, especially if because you're always gonna have like some way of opening up either this Sage or Wishes, which is pretty good. So you still have some sort of ways to play. Obviously the 2 brick hand traps, Ash, Bell is pretty good this format, honestly. Ghost Ogre especially because it removes the bodies, so like if you're going against Yomi, you could pop their monster or their field spell. Same thing for Ghost. For K9, you could just pop the monster and they lose a body. So like if they activate Izuna, cool, Ghost Ogre. Well, let the Izuna hit the field, then if they try to dump, then you Ghost Ogre it. So like even if they bring out Lupus, they really can't do nothing with the Lupus unless they go Typhon, which is stupid. 2 Veiler, obviously, because you can search it off with Sage, just insane. Imperm, this card is pretty good, this format. I like it. Helps you like beat the Ripper, so that way you don't have to worry about it. Spells, obviously 3 Wishes searches you a light level 1 tuner and a spell or trap that matches Blue Eyes White Dragon. And then in the graveyard, allows you to attach 1 Blue Eyes monster from your extra deck onto one of your Blue Eyes White Dragon as an equip spell. Roar special summons a Blue Eyes from anywhere, obviously. And honestly, the graveyard effect is not really like that useful. It just allows you to fusion summon, that's it. Mausoleum, obviously, because you have to play the field spell, because this card is good. It gives you an additional normal summon, and then it allows you to target one. It allows you to target one monster on the field, and then you dump a normal monster, basically. 2 hospitality. You can play it at 1 if you want to. I just feel like it'll be necessary, like for the grind game, obviously. Second Kaimath, just so you can add it kitchen. Now for the traps, Majesty, Tiding, and True Light. These are like the only traps you need. You don't need to play more Tiding or anything. If you want to, it's really up to you. Now for the extra deck, 1 ladies, the special, I believe it's special summon or fusion summon. You can special summon 1 level 4 or level 4 or lower Dragonmaid monster from your deck, and then always during the standby you can fusion summon 1 dragon fusion monster from your extra deck by shuffling materials from either on the field or in the banishment. If only the shuffled engrave too, this card would be broken, bro. This card would be so broken. 1 Shao, 1 House Dragonmaid. I play Philia because like it's just another fusion, so that way like if you run out of this and this is like in your graveyard or still on the field and you want to make this again whenever on your opponent's turn, you could just fusion summon that and whatever else is in your banish to just make this. It's also a quick effect to target a card in that your opponent controls or in their graveyard to banish it, which is pretty good. And it allows you to return a monster it returns a dragon from your field if you do banish from field. And then at the start of your opponent's battle phase, if this card is in your graveyard, you could return 1 dragon monster you control to the hand or extra deck, and if you do, special summon this card. So it just brings itself back too, which is great. For the other 2 fusions, obviously you would play the Tyrant and the ultimate, because this protects your stuff from being targeted, which is pretty good. Now for the synchros, 2 Spirit, 1 Crimson, 1 Saphir, 1 Ultimate, 1 Lightning Storm, and the Links, Spheres, and Double Spirit. Now for the synchros, you don't need to necessarily play these. It's only an option if you want to. So you can always just replace these 2 for something else if you want to. I just personally like doing this combo because like this one grants protection from destruction once. I just like that. Now I'm gonna show you a 2-card combo that you can do and that ends you on a good board. Now honestly, you could either start with Chamber or Kitchen plus Sage or Parlor, because regardless, all these 3 are like combo. Because this dumps the big body, you fusion. This searches out the big version of her and then pitch it to fusion. This goes out hospitality, so you could just send it, link off with it. I'll just show you that one because I feel like that's a little bit better. It's just gonna normal summon, add you the hospitality, and then you're gonna link it off for Spirit, and then that's gonna get you the field spell, obviously. And now you're gonna go, you can save the hospitality, but honestly it's kind of just whatever. So you could summon that, then you could dump the big version of her to the graveyard, contact fuse into her, then she could obviously special one of the girls. You could do summon Parlor or something, or you could just go Kitchen, but I'd rather just do Parlor because it really doesn't matter, honestly. So then Parlor's gonna dump you, I guess, a Tidy. Because honestly, it doesn't matter. Because now you can go Mausoleum, then additional normal summon Sage. Sage will then get you the Maiden. Maiden pitch, set up the True Light. Damn. True Light, and then activate True Light to set you the wishes. You're obviously always gonna have more cards in hand to pitch off, so whatever you have in hand and you don't need, you just pitch it off wishes, and then you search for your two cards, which is gonna be Roar and I guess a Veiler. So that way it serves you as another interruption. So now you're gonna activate Roar, special summon the Blue Eyes. Where the hell? And you can do these first before you actually use this effect, unless you don't want to. So you can go into your first spirit. I would never usually like tag these out quickly. I would usually do it on my opponent's turn, just so I can see what I need to like do more. So next, if you want to, you can actually just end on this, link these two off, and go to like a spheres. So that way you just get like a graveyard effect plus a floodgate, because they can't special summon more than two. So like if you're going against like, what is it, K9, they can't special summon two or more monsters all at the same time. So they can't, I believe they can't Joko. I don't know if it counts as one summon or they both can't. So if they can't, then that's cool, because now they can't summon it. They would have to play around this, but even if they can, you got a spheres. And also on your standby phase, you could just shuffle these two back. You can go into Shao, so that leaves you with another interruption, plus whatever else you have in hand, which is pretty good. Or if you don't really care about that, you could just always end on the double. You can always end on the double spirit with like Parlor, because you're always gonna use this effect to revive the Blue Eyes to special summon Maiden. So obviously that's how you'll get the two to summon two. And if you want to right now, you could go into like Ultimate and Crimson, so Crimson can target this and on this, and then this is your end board. But personally, I would just want to get rid of these to make a sphere, and plus end on the floodgate, because dealing with K9 cards is going to be a pain. But that's all up to personal preference and how your locals is. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Better just to show y'all, so that way y'all don't get confused, because obviously it'll be confusing. Kitchen, summon, grab whatever its name, pitch it to the grave, fusion into ladies, then ladies will summon out chamber. Chamber will then grab you Tidy, because you don't care about grabbing hospitality, because this is already combo enough, so you don't need to do it. Link one spirit, move it closer so that way y'all can see. Spirit will then search you Mausoleum, activate Mausoleum, normal summon the one Sage. Sage will then get you Maiden pitch, so you go into True Light, then activate True Light, get you wishes, activate, pitch whatever card you don't need, get you the Roar, effect Veiler. Go ahead and you can activate the Mausoleum to dump, but honestly it's better, yeah, I feel like that'll be better. Mausoleum, dump the Blue Eyes, So like even if you get nib, you can somewhat still make a decent board. So now you're gonna tribute. Oops. Sorry about that. I'm gonna summon Blue Eyes. Now you can choose to hold the Roar, or I mean you could choose to hold the Maiden, so like you can always play around Nib and still end on like a Spirit. It's not much, but like it's still something. So that way, like even if you get Nibbed, you could still kind of play. Honestly, let's just pretend it doesn't matter. I'm gonna make Spirit. And now you can just roar into Blue Eyes, then Maiden activate to summon herself. Synchro into another Spirit. And then you just set the tiding and just play on your opponent's turn. Or you could just end on the Saphir plus the ultimate, and then on the opponent's turn you end on Shao. So you still end on these plus the Shao plus a tiding, because this also summons a Dragonmaid monster from your graveyard. I believe so. Yeah, during you summon from your hand or graveyard. Yeah. So now you have something bounce back with tiding, so you don't lose much. So you can always bounce the chamber back, so that way you can grab more follow-up. And this tags out into the house, and then just depends on how you sequence it too. So yeah, there's a lot more disruption than the first combo. So honestly, Kitchen is like the better normal summon. So yeah, that's pretty much it. See ya.